friends, welcome to Mrs. Skulski's Schoolhouse. I'm Mrs. Skulski. Today at school we have a very special letter guest. He's representing the letter D, and he has wings. Do you have any guesses? Please welcome Danny the duck.
Quack, 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 quack. Hi, kids. Nice to be here. Hey, friends, I have a question for you.
Wow, what's that, Danny?
What does a duck do when he hears a joke he likes?
I don't know, what?
He quacks up. Quack, 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 quack.
Good one, Danny.
Quack, quack, I know. Quack, quack.
Anyway, we're really excited to have you here, Danny, and I was hoping that you could teach us some things about ducks. Would you be willing to do that? Does that sound good?
That sounds just ducky, Mrs. Skulski. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh my. So, I know that there are many different kinds of ducks in this world, but you are a mallard, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a male mallard, so I'm called a drake.
Oh, a drake. That's a male mallard.
Yes, and I have a green shiny head.
You sure do. It's beautiful.
Thanks. And a white ring around my neck.
Yes, I see it right there.
And I have chestnut brown feathers on my body.
You are very beautiful, Danny. As a matter of fact, I've seen quite a few mallards, and I love your colors.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Skulski. But don't confuse us with the female mallards.
Oh?
No, they're just brown and white. It helps camouflage them when they're nesting and when they're with the baby ducks.
I see.
Hey, kids, what musician do ducks listen to the most?
I don't know. Which one?
Drake! Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, because you're a drake. I get it.
I'm glad you do.
You do like jokes, don't you, Danny?
I really do. You know why, Mrs. Skulski?
Why?
They quack me up. Quack, 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 quack.
You know, Danny, come to think of it, ducks do sound like they are laughing all the time. Is that what they're doing? They're telling jokes to each other?
Quack, quack. Of course not, Mrs. Skulski. Actually, it's only the females that quack.
What? I thought all ducks quacked.
Nope. The males make kind of a quick, scratchy sound, like this.
I didn't know that. But you're a drake, and you quack, so that doesn't really make sense.
Well, it's so fun to do that I decided to learn how to quack. But I'm the only drake I've ever known that does that.
Oh, you are a funny duck.
Thanks. Quack, 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 quack.
All right, now back to some duck facts. I read that some ducks are as long as 28 inches. That's almost the length of a ruler.
Well, between 20 and 28 inches, yes. But when our wings are stretched out,
you mean when you're flying?
Right. When our wings are stretched out, we're between 30 and 40 inches wide.
That's quite wide.
Yes, and we're actually birds. Big ones, obviously, but still birds.
That's why you have a beak.
Well, we don't call them beaks. We call them bills. Mine is bright yellow, like all the males. But the females have brown bills.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, Mrs. Skulski, what did the duck say when the waiter brought him a check?
What?
Put it on my bill! Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, Danny. You know, I read that ducks have webbed feet.
Yes, we do. Orange webbed feet, actually.
But I don't see any feet on you.
That's because I'm using them to fly right now. Just hanging out here in midair. We need our feet to help steer us when we're in the air.
Oh.
As you can see, my wings are out right now.
But you don't look like you're flying anywhere right now.
What can I say, Mrs. Skulski? It's the magic of television. Hey, you know what has webbed feet and fangs?
What?
Count Duckula! Quack, 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 quack.
Speaking of wings, mallards can fly pretty fast, can't they?
Yes, they can. Up to 88 kilometers per hour, in fact.
Holy moly, and how high can you fly?
When we're migrating, we usually cruise around at about 10,000 feet up in the air.
That must be so fun.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Danny, maybe you can explain what migrating means because some people might not know.
Oh, sir, migrating is something that a lot of birds do before the snow comes in the winter so that they can go somewhere warmer. And then in the spring, they come back when it starts getting warm again.
Right, but not all birds migrate.
No, some stay during the winter, but I don't know how they do it.
It's chilly in the winter.
Yes. Hey, you want to know another reason why ducks fly south for the winter?
Why?
Because it's too far to walk. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, Danny, you are so silly.
Seriously, though, a duck's got to eat, and it would be really hard for us to find food in the winter.
And what do you eat?
Mallard ducks are omnivores.
Oh, like people.
Yeah, so we eat plants and animals, algae.
Can you give us some examples?
Okay, we like to eat grass seeds, pond weeds, and other water plants. We also eat insects, small fish, tadpoles. They're really good. Freshwater snails, fish eggs, shrimp, even frogs.
Most people don't eat a lot of those things.
Well, most ducks don't eat chicken nuggets or hamburgers.
Well, that's true.
But we're all still omnivores.
That's true.
Question,
Yes?
what do ducks put in their soup?
I don't know.
Quackers! Quack, 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 quack.
Did you get that? Quackers. Crackers?
I think they got it, Mrs. Skulski.
Okay. You know, Danny, I saw a duck doing the strangest thing one time.
Oh, really? What was that?
Well, at a lake that I was visiting, I saw this duck bobbing up and down in the water, but it was upside down.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, he was eating.
Eating?
Yes, ducks do that sometimes. It's called dabbling. We tip our bodies into the water with our bills first and our tail in the air, like this.
Yes, it looks just like that.
So we do that so that we can eat things in the shallow part of the lake. But we also do it to reach plants in the mud at the bottom of streams and swamps.
Well, it's very funny to see. I mean, I have to tell you, it's so silly the way that ducks just stick their bums out of the water like that.
Well, ducks are pretty funny creatures, Mrs. Skulski. Which reminds me, what's a duck's favorite taco topping?
I don't know. What is a duck's favorite taco topping? Any guesses?
Guacamole! Quack, 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 quack.
Now, Danny, I want to talk about where ducks live because I think mallard ducks actually live in a lot of places. Is that right?
Yes, we do. We live in Canada, the United States, and even the northern part of Central America. Especially in the winter because it's so much warmer there.
So you mean like El Salvador and Costa Rica?
That's right.
Wow, nice place to live.
Yes, and we also live at a lot of other places in Europe and Asia and even Africa.
Amazing, I didn't know that.
Of course, mallards live near fresh water where it's not too deep. So lakes, as you mentioned, but also marshes and ponds.
I see. And how do ducks live near water without getting wet? I've always wondered that.
Well, our outside feathers are waterproof because they're covered with an oil that comes out near our tails.
I see, but don't you get cold in the water? I mean, especially in the spring and fall seasons, the water's not very warm yet.
Well, that's something that makes being a duck really amazing. Underneath our waterproof layer of feathers, we have a soft, warm layer of feathers called down.
Down? Like the feathers in a down pillow or down jacket?
Yes, exactly. Hey kids, what do you call a duck that steals jackets? A robber ducky! Quack, 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 quack. Seriously, though, Mrs. Skulski, the down is so cozy that the female mallards usually pick some from their own undercoats, like this. Oh, you're good at demonstrating. Thanks. And they put that down in their nests where they lay their eggs. What a great idea. Then it keeps the little ducklings warm. Where do they make their nests? So you look for a small dip in the ground near the water, or sometimes a tree hole that they can fit in. Really? Well, of course. They have to fit because they're going to sit there on their eggs for 30 days. They sit on them for a whole month? Sir, it's called incubating the eggs. And after 30 days, the eggs start cracking and the baby ducks come out. And the baby ducks are called ducklings, correct? That's right. And as soon as their soft, downy feathers are dry, she leads them to water. And they all follow behind her in a neat little line, one after the other. Adorable. It really is. And together they swim and run and look for food. Hey, have you ever heard that expression, like water off a duck's back?
Yes, actually I have, like water off a duck's back.
Do you know why that is?
Is it because your feathers are waterproof, so water just rolls off your back? It doesn't stay.
Yes, very good, Mrs. Skulski. See, you're catching on.
I am catching on.
Oh, but I do want to mention that the ducklings, when they are following their mother, they make sure they stick really close to her for safety, just like every baby should do, right, kids?
That's true.
Until they're big enough to start doing things by themselves, which reminds me, what do ducks carry their school books in?
What do they carry their school books in?
Their quack packs. Quack, 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 quack.
Well, Danny, we have learned so much today. I am so happy that you agreed to come stop by Mrs. Skulski's schoolhouse and have some fun with us.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun. And I have one more joke for you, Mrs. Skulski.
What's that, Danny?
Why was the teacher annoyed with the duck?
I don't know. Why?
Because it wouldn't stop quacking jokes. Quack, 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 quack.
And on that note, it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Hi, friends. This is Danny the Duck. Hey, if you enjoyed meeting me on Mrs. Skulski's Schoolhouse and you want to see more special letter guests like me, remember, subscribe below. Quack, 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 quack.